What's up, y'all? It's me, Goddess D, and I'm back with another one. As always, I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna say. I just have concepts of what I'm gonna say. So, yeah. This past week/weekend, I took my first solo trip out of town. I had so much fun, and I really enjoyed being alone so much because I have not gotten the chance to have like my alone time, like my true alone time, my own space for a while. Before I went on my trip, I had to go into work. I work from home most days. When my supervisor told me I had to come into work the day before, she had said that she had something for me. I'm sorry, it's a lizard outside. Like, I'm sitting right by the window and it's just a lizard. It scared me. Anyways, when I came in, this is what she gave me. She gave me a journal. And it says, "May you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make." Aww. Y'all, this was such a sweet gesture. For Christmas, she got the team gifts and she got us little plaques. Hold on, let me show y'all what she got me. Okay. This is what she got me for Christmas.
Am I an influencer yet?
Okay. It says, "Just breathe." And unbeknownst to her, I have a tattoo. Can I show it? Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. I have a tattoo that says "breathe." And I've contemplated getting "just" by it. Or like on top of it. So it says "just breathe." Before she gave me that. She gives me such great gifts like that I need in the moment, and she doesn't even like understand. This meant so much to me because I've really been in an era of stepping fully into who I am, accepting myself, the light and the dark, loving myself, loving myself, flaws and all, not being ashamed of my flaws, embracing them because we all have flaws. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me for having flaws, understanding that because we're all human. We all have flaws. No one is perfect. And as someone who didn't used to have such a strong sense of identity, that can be daunting. It can be daunting to take up space. It could be daunting to inconvenience people. It can be daunting to speak your mind, to just live in your truth. Back in October is when I first started like putting myself more out there. I started going out by myself, hanging out with myself, like actually going out on like little dinner dates with myself. And that started helping me be more comfortable within myself. I knew roughly like, the type of person that I was trying to become, but I had concepts of a plan. I knew most of the time, I know where I'm at for sure. I pretty much, like, I got pretty good general idea of like what I want to at least feel like. Most of the time I don't necessarily know what I want it to look like, but I know what I want it to feel like, which is just as important. I know what I want it to feel like. How I'm gonna get there,
the world may never know.
because I don't even be knowing. You feel me? But I know I'm gonna get there.
I know I'm gonna get there.
And so like that's kind of where I was in October. And little by little, you know, in universe fashion, I just kept getting little nuggets along the way that just kept opening and opening and opening my pathways and allowing me to continue to bloom.
And it's springtime. It's springtime.
And the seeds that I have planted are finally beginning to bloom, to sprout. I don't know about y'all, but I have finally been starting to see the fruits of my labor. And that feels so great, because this time it's been so it's something different, because I'm always working on myself. I'm always doing shadow work, but this time I think I'm finally learning to let go of control, to just let life be, to just let myself be. And it feels so great, as someone who used to be a control freak, as someone who used to show narcissistic tendencies, and I still struggle, like don't get me wrong, like I still struggle, but as someone who like only cared really about my own perception of things and controlling that perception, it feels so great to let go. It feels great to let down my walls and be able to hear when someone tells me about myself. It feels so great to mess up, to make a mistake and not be so hard on myself, like feeling like I just ruined the fucking world. It feels so great just quieting my mind. I've been healing my nervous system. It feels so great. And it's not perfect. I still struggle, like I said. Like, I still have my moments where I'm like, what in the motherfucker? I gotta take a step back, and eventually I'm gonna get it. Like, I'm gonna get it. It feels so good to be aware and present. Yeah, for so long, I just wasn't here. And I felt so invisible by everyone, because I felt invisible to myself. Even when people showed me that they loved me and cared about me, I couldn't see it because I didn't love or care about myself. And now I finally am pouring into myself what I should have been pouring into. And that can spill over into the relationships that I have in my life. And it also allows for me to receive that love. And it feels so good to let love in. And it hasn't even been romantic. I actually... not to put my business out there, but I mean, hey, why not? Back in December, my almost 2-year relationship ended. And, like, I was, of course, devastated. I was sad. I knew I was going to get through it, which honestly was such a change. Because, like, usually I'm like, this is the end of the world. Like, I hate breakups. But even though I was sad, like I said, I started planting those seeds already, like trying to be more self-centered, but not in a selfish way, because we should all be self-centered. You can only give to people what you give to yourself. So you have to give to yourself before you give to anyone else. And to be honest, the relationship that I had, although of course it had its challenges, which is why it ended, it was overall such a beautiful relationship, and it made me think about myself in like such a higher way. And so when my ex and I broke up, I really wasn't like,
Man, fuck these niggas. Like, I'm outside. Like,
I was outside, but like I was outside for me. I wasn't outside looking for the niggas, looking for the bitches. I wasn't outside looking, I wasn't looking for nothing but like fun. You know? Fun and like freedom and friends. I started looking for friends because I'm a person who didn't have many friends. I ain't have no friend group, no close friends, like nobody I could call, no support system. My ex at the time, he was my support system. And so when that was not when it was taken, when that ended, I didn't want to be alone anymore, but not from a space that I needed someone, but from a space that I needed someone because we all need someone, and it's okay to admit that. Love does not have to be romantic. We're so conditioned to put love at the romantic love on the highest pedestal, but I feel like everyone tells you friendship breakups hurt worse than relationship breakups. So why are we putting the relationships, the romantic relationship on a pedestal if the friendship hurt worse? Because friends are so important. Friends and community are so important. Like, we're all human. We're all human, and we all need someone, and it's no weakness in that. It just makes you human. If you like dead ass don't need somebody, I know you're a lizard. I know you're a lizard. I don't know if y'all subscribe to like believing that reptilians walk the earth. I personally, that's not a I'm drawing a blank. Not theory, not myth. That's not a superstition. Hold on, what I want? I'm recording on my Mac today, y'all. So I'm gonna start recording on that so I can be on my phone. Cause my fucking iPad is ruined. Ruined. She's ruined. Conspiracy. That's what it's called. Conspiracy. I don't necessarily, that's not something that I've like looked deep into, so I don't know like basically the logic behind it. But hey, some of y'all a little off, so I wouldn't put it past some of y'all. Not to like, I ain't no damn reptilian. Where did I leave off at? Oh yeah. Everybody needs someone to give their love to. That song has been a big staple. You know what? I told myself that I was going to make a video giving y'all a playlist. Because I have a spot. I manifest a lot through music. That's how I manifest like the most. Like, the music that you listen to really can shape your whole day, your whole life. Like, music is so powerful. Music is so spiritual. And so I like curate my own playlist like all the time to get me to where I'm trying to go. And yeah, so let me know if y'all want playlists like that. I also just have like a bad bitch tunes playlist. I have multiple playlists. I'm gonna show y'all my Spotify, and I mean, I'll link it down below. I'll link Because I'm going to link my link tree anyways. That should be there. Like, if you go on my Spotify, you should be able to see my, like, songs that I've released as well as my playlist, right? That is how that works, right? I think, sure. I don't know. But this is my Spotify. That's what I was listening to last. But it's GODDESS $TY. Goddess T. That should say 6 followers, 790 following.
Damn!
Oh, girl. Anyways, everyone needs someone, or is it everybody needs someone? I don't know. I can never remember what the name of that song is, but it's by Victoria Monet. That song has been that's been a really big song for this era in my life, because it can be really challenging as someone who is used to locking people out, who is used to keeping my walls up. It can be so challenging to let love in and keep it in and not shut it out. But that's what we're going to be doing, okay? Like, if you're on this journey with me, because and if this is not the journey that you're on, that is perfectly okay. If that is perfectly okay. You do what your heart is telling you to do. You do what you are being guided and called to do. But if you are on this journey with me, we have to remain soft.
It's alright.
Remain soft because
it's alright. I feel that way too.
Like, and don't get me wrong, that does not exclude people who actually got us fucked up. Like, you can still lead with love and let somebody know when they got you fucked up. Like, I don't really understand why people think that just because you lead with love, you always have to be zen and peace, love, and light. I can be peace, love, and light and curse your ass the fuck out because I don't play about me. The helly? But still, we're leading with love. With love. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but turquoise has been so turquoise is actually one of my favorite colors, but you know how there's multiple shades of every damn color? It's not the shade of turquoise that the stone turquoise is. It's been a big part of my life lately. I just keep getting drawn to turquoise. So it's not like I'm looking at the stuff and I'm like, ooh, yes, my color. No, it's just I keep feeling called to turquoise. I need to look that up because I really don't know. I honestly, I need to get more into my crystals. I've been diving deeper into my spirituality, more so the spiritual aspect, the actual spiritual realm, spiritual aspect of it. Whereas before I was more so working on my inner. Now I'm working on the inner and outer. So now I'm getting more into, crystals, ATRs, hoodoo, things of that nature. And actually that leads me to what my next point was going to be. What I was going to say next. We have to stand firm within ourselves. That is a big thing for me. Standing firm in my true self at all times. It can be especially hard when you are outgrowing your environment. I'm in a place right now where I'm not necessarily, I feel like I'm outgrowing my environment, but not in a way that's super crazy. Not in a way that I can't associate with anyone that is in my current environment. But as far as my familial environment, like, I don't come from like very spiritual people per se. Religion is very spiritual, but that's another conversation. But like, I come from like religious people, like Christians. I don't really get into conversations to ever talk about my beliefs with them. So it's not like it's something that I hide. It's just like, it's not something that's ever come up. But this is the path that I feel like, not even that I feel like, this is the path that I've been called onto. And I've been knew it since I first started this shit when I was 17. Like, and you know, I'm finding my way more. My way is back to my ancestors. And that looks a lot different than what I grew up in. And that transition has been a little scary for me because I don't know how I will be looked at. I remember when I was 17 and I first decided to start my spiritual journey, the first thing, like everyone, especially like every little young teenage girl, the first thing I did was want to get some crystals. And at the time, like, I had to ask my dad to purchase stuff. And so, like, I asked him about it, and he was like, you know, he wanted me to, like, research them and everything, and that was fine. But I remember when he told me to research it, he was like, because you're not going to be bringing nothing demonic. And while I understand, of course, like, yeah, no, like, we shouldn't be bringing anything demonic in the house, I was trying to figure out why the fuck that shit was said to me. I get so offended when people, like, speak demonic, demon, whatever, evil, whatever, anything, like, negative over me. Don't speak anything negative over me. Words are spells. Words are so powerful. I truly take so much offense to when people speak certain things over me, and that, saying that, like, I would think, even like letting the thought form and then saying it out your mouth that I would bring something fucking demonic is so insane to me. Then a little later in life, I had been loaned a hoodoo book for beginners from a friend. And she also had gave me a book about hexing. Now, of course, nobody's gonna believe me, but I actually did not want that book, and I told her I didn't want that book. And she was like, just take it in case you want it. Whatever. But I didn't read the book. My dad went through my stuff.
Oh.
And of course he saw that and he got upset. Now, I can't even be all the way mad about that. I was still trying to explain myself. I mean, I get how it looked, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. So I don't know what to tell you. You feel me? Like, I couldn't do nothing about that. Like, she was like, take that shit. And I was like, I know what it is. She was like, take this shit. All I could do was just not read it, which I didn't. Which didn't fucking matter because he threw her book away. What? And I remember thinking, like, you talking about I'm bringing demonic shit in here and you just threw this girl book away. If anything comes up in this house, it's your fault now. Like, it's literally your fault. I didn't put no motherfucking hex on nothing. Nobody. I didn't hex nobody. I didn't hex nobody. Like, I ain't hog tie nobody. Like, well, he did that shit. I didn't do that shit. So, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I got eczema. My back is itching. My back is itching, girl. And I already lotioned.
Damn.
I already lotioned. You know what? Actually, if I got any eczema baddies out here, please tell me y'all skincare. Not even just for face, whole body. Face, whole body. All of it. Like, because, like, literally, like, they don't even understand. They don't even understand. They don't understand you like I do.
Okay, we good. I see. We see each
They
other.
don't understand you like I do. Okay. But yeah, drop y'all skincare. Please and thank you. Can y'all tell, like, I got some new jewelry. I got my nails on. Like, I got my rings on.
Bling, bling, bling.
Yeah, my jewelry. Like, I put this charm on my nose this morning. I've been wanting a dangling nose ring so bad, but I don't know. I never be liking the ones that I be seeing. And I just went in my jewelry box. I was like, I gotta have a charm smaller enough somewhere. All this damn jewelry I got. And I found a T. My name starts with a T, so that's why I put the T. And that's why I even have the T. So, yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I got so off topic. Obviously, that was only my experience with one person. But, I mean, granted, it was a very crucial person. But just in general, you know, growing up in the church. I didn't grow up, like, in the church, but still growing up around religious people. My grandparents are very religious. Growing up, seeing in that environment and hearing how Christians speak on other religions, and other beliefs and other practices, is like everything that isn't Christian is demonic. And it's like, that's just not true, you know? And me personally, I feel like this wasn't even our religion at first. Like, our more recent ancestors had to adopt these religions because of colonialism. But before we got bought over to this motherfucker, we were doing other shit. We were praying to us, to our ancestors. We were praying to our deities, our African deities, our African orishas, we was doing all that. And while there is absolutely nothing with not wanting to practice those religions, there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to. And that's been like a journey for me, because for a long time I knew how deep I wanted to go, but I was scared what other people would think of me, because people throw demonic, like, that's the first thing they throw, and that's just so crazy to me. You think that you come from demonic people? You think you come from demonic? Like, my own father is saying this. You're my father. We come from some of the same people. This is what our people way back when was practicing. We come from demons? Let me know some. Because I know I don't got no damn demons in me. Hello, somebody. So, yeah. And on that note, I don't have anything else to say. I think that I got everything out I was supposed to get out, because my mind is completely blank now. So, yeah, I really hope that said something that resonated with somebody, that helped somebody, that ignited something in someone. Yes, to all my women, especially all my black women, may you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. I love you, and I'll see you next time.